If you guys will please get on your feet and welcome with me Mr. Billy Walters.
I don't know who wrote that bio, but I promise you I didn't. It's a real honor, it's a real privilege to be here tonight with you all. I want to share my story with you a little bit about how I got to Hope for Prisoners tonight. This is my first graduation. I'll assure you it won't be my last. My wife and I, we came to Las Vegas in 1982 to pursue a brand new exciting chapter in our lives. We came here from Louisville, Kentucky. And from 1982 until 2017, we lived a life that most people in this room live. I would equate that to going down the road, doing 60 miles an hour, and out of the corner of your eye, you see the trees go by, you see other cars go by, and what have you. And you know there's prisons, and you know there's people in prisons, but you really don't, because unless it affects you or it affects an immediate family member, prisons are just prisons. But in October of 2017, October the 10th to be exact, I reported to federal prison in Pensacola, Florida. I was absolutely shocked. I never dreamed I would end up there, but I did. And shortly after being there, although I thought I realized what freedom was, I got a rude awakening. As soon as I got there, I really realized how important my freedom was, because it was taken away from me. The entire time that I was in there, up until today, there was really only one positive thing that happened to me while I was in prison. I had the opportunity and the pleasure of mentoring over 24 men. And what I learned, I was there 31 months. I wasn't there as long as some, but I was there more than others. And what I learned in that 31 months there and mentoring those men was the men that I mentored, not a one of them wanted to go back to prison, not one. They all wanted to re-enter life, and they wanted to live a normal life like most everyone else does, but they felt like they had no hope. I would look in their eyes. These would be men, sometimes, some of these men have been in prison 20, 25 years, and they would be tough guys. But the closer they would get to being released, we would spend time out on the bleachers, just one-on-one, just the two of us. I would see tears flow from their eyes. A lot of them didn't know how to use a cell phone. They certainly didn't know how to use a computer. They felt like they had no hope. There was nothing whatsoever that happened inside that prison to prepare them for their life when they got out. The only thing that most of them learned was how to be a better criminal. So that, to me, I promised myself that day, as long as I live, I am going to do whatever I can to try to see that people get an opportunity. So today was the second positive thing that came out of my 31 months in prison. That's being here with you today. So you look around this room, you think about the days and the nights you spent in prison. And you think about, all the so-called tough breaks you got, and if I could only get one more break in my life, that's all I want is one more break, right? Well, you look around this room, and I think Mary Goodman, I think she alluded to Las Vegas about how great this community is. This community is made up of men and women that a lot of them came here on second chances. That's what Las Vegas was built on. And for my money, it's the greatest city in the United States of America. I don't know if you realize how lucky you really are. Those 24 men I mentored, and I'm still in their lives today, and I will continue to be. But you happen to live and you happen to be in a city that people truly care for you. You look around this room, you not only got your friends and your loved ones, You've got law enforcement here. You've got some of the prominent elected officials we have here. So these people truly care for you. Now, I'm going to explain something to you, and I'm going to explain the hard truth to you, and you know the hard truth. In order to change your life and in order to move on in the right direction, it has to come from you, okay? Hope for Prisoners bridges the desire or the opportunity and the tools for you to achieve what you have sought out to achieve, okay? But at the end of the day, you can get all the support in the world, but if you're not totally committed to this, don't BS yourself. This isn't going to work. And if you're not totally committed to this, you know, don't take up the space of someone else that is committed to it. Now, I cannot tell you how proud I am to be associated with this organization. I am even more proud to be here today with you who've graduated from this class. And thank you for allowing me to be here, and I will assure you I'll be here going forward. Thank you.